Hello and welcome to Codex Lee. My name is Lee and this is a channel about books. Today I'm really excited to announce the start of a new reading project called the Reading Places Project. And anyone with an interest in learning more about the world around them is invited to join. The idea is simple. At the beginning of each month I will choose a place from a list of 200 different places, and during the course of the following month we will read about that place. And then afterwards we will share what we've learned with each other. Sounds quite simple, but you probably have some questions such as, what are these 200 places? How will you choose a place from these 200? What books will we read? And anyway, why are you even doing this? In this video, I'm going to answer all of those questions and more, and I will link back to this video in future Reading Places project videos so that you've got something to refer back to. Let's get started with why I'm doing this. The simple answer is I would like to learn more about the world around me. I enjoy reading, I enjoy learning new things about the world and about the history of the world, so this feels like the perfect reading project for me. But what about the places and how I'm going to choose from these places? So the list of 200 is mostly comprised of UN recognised sovereign states, and there are 193 of these, plus 2 UN recognised observer states, those being the Vatican City and Palestine. And in addition to this, I've included Taiwan, which was formally recognised by the UN as a sovereign state, and is still recognised as such by many countries today. And then the final 4 are comprised of places that I've chosen myself that I think would just be really interesting to learn about. Those being Antarctica, the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Indian Ocean. Now, this list was inspired by the choices made in Reading the World: Confessions of a Literary Explorer by Anne Morgan. This is a book that I discovered after I had thought up the idea for this project, but I do owe a heavy debt to Anne Morgan's book. She's a London-based journalist who read one book from each of the 196 independent countries around the world, plus one extra, and she did so during the course of a single year. I highly recommend reading Anne Morgan's book as preparation for this project if that sounds of interest. Alright, so that's how I chose the 200 places, but how will I choose from that list each month? It's quite simple really. It involves a bag of numbered tiles and a spreadsheet. So here is the bag. As I said, this contains numbered tiles. There are 200 numbered tiles in here, as you can hear. And the spreadsheet is a Google Doc, which I will link to in the description box down below if you want to have a look at that. So at the beginning of each month, I will choose at random a tile from this bag. So in that Google Doc is a list of the 200 places, and I will choose the place that corresponds with the number I choose from the bag. Simple. I'm going to film this process and I'll post it onto BookTube at the start of each month in the name of transparency. And after I've chosen a tile, it will not go back into the bag. So we're only covering each place once. So we've chosen a place at random from our list of 200, but what are we going to read? Well, that's entirely up to you. It could be fiction or it could be non-fiction. It could be an entire history of that place or a biography of an individual associated with that place. It could be about the place as a whole or about a particular sub-region within that place. It could be about a certain landmark built or based in that place or a set of ideas that emerged from that place. It could be a single book that you read or multiple volumes. In the end, all that matters is that you know more about this place at the end of a month of reading about it than you did at the beginning. How you achieve that objective is entirely up to you, as long as you're reading. As you can tell by my repeated references to you, I want this project to be one that benefits from a community of readers. As of right now, as I film in this video, I have a relatively small audience. I have 15 wonderful subscribers. I don't expect all of you to participate in this project, or it is my hope that some of you will. And I really hope that more people will join in over time. This is crucial because I need people like you to recommend books to read, especially if you've lived in the place that I've chosen for that particular month, or you know something about it from your own reading or your own travels. I'd also love to know what other people have learned from reading about that place at the end of each month, because there's only so much that I can learn myself. And you don't have to participate every month either. After all, 200 months equals about 16 and a half years, so this is a pretty big commitment for me and for anybody else who wants to get involved. But we'll see how far we can get. If you'd like to get involved with this, then please feel free to comment on my YouTube videos, including this one. You can also find me on Twitter at CodexLee, and you can also join my newly created Discord server, and I will put a link to that in the description box down below as well. If you have any questions or suggestions, then please do get in touch with me via any of these methods. Otherwise, I'm very excited to be choosing the first place at the beginning of February, and we'll be reading about that place during the month of March. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.